Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Ravnica Allegiance Draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content. I really do appreciate each and every one who supports the channel, and if this video does get to 50 thumbs up, as a reward, I will be posting a in-depth draft analysis in the community tab, so be sure to subscribe to get an update for when that goes out, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you. As always, if you have any questions, be sure to leave those in the comments section down below. I really do enjoy interacting with you guys and answering your questions. And finally, a brief note, this is my first video being recorded on my new computer, so I am aware that there may be a little bit of issues, but hopefully it runs pretty smoothly. But let's dive into the draft. Also, let me know what you think of Magic Arena drafts, because I think they're a nice way to switch things up from time to time. Okie doke, so looking at this pack, we're going to be trying to use a more flexible version of my famous 5-pick method, which normally is just to take the strongest card out of every pack, regardless of multicolor, regardless of guild, but we're going to be using a more flexible approach where monocolored cards get a slight bump up, but not like completely as high as they normally would be. Teysa Karlov, if a creature dying causes a triggered ability to trigger, it triggers an additional time, and creature tokens get vigilance and lifelink. So this pretty much screams to me Afterlife. I'm pretty much sure that's what it's supposed to scream. I'm not sure how good it is. 4 mana 2/4 is not super great, and a lot of the time death triggers are not super common. It might just be worse than Grasping Thrall, which is a card that does stand out to me. Flames of the Razeboar is a little bit down for me from where it used to be. I still think it's a good card in the right deck, sometimes even a busted card in the right deck, but it is definitely not a busted card in every deck because having a creature with power 4 or greater is a pretty difficult condition. Sky Tether can be good in the right deck, but I do not want to start my draft off with it. Sauroform Hybrid, a monocolored card, definitely a solid way to start any draft. It's good in Simic, it's good in Gruul. It's definitely for me between that and Grasping Thrall. I think Teysa is just worse than Grasping Thrall. I do have a proclivity to draft Sauroform Hybrids a little bit too aggressively, but here I think it is the pretty clear pick. Okay, pick 2, the card that immediately jumps out to me is Mortify. This is just very efficient removal and definitely something to look for early in a draft. It's also splashable. Rampaging Renthorn is another card, probably one of the next best cards in this pack. It's just very flexible. The ability to pay 5 mana and get a haste creature, or just a 5 mana 5/5, which is a solid stat line in limited. I think Orzhov Racketeers is a pretty medium. The ability of hitting them with your 3/2 on turn 5 is not always super relevant. It's pretty difficult sometimes. Sorry for that brief interruption. Someone came to the door and I had to answer it. But as I was saying, Mortify is quite good. Orzhov Racketeers, the fact that it dies to Grotesque Demise and doesn't give you the Afterlife tokens is pretty significant. Also, Scorchmark kills it without giving you Afterlife tokens, which is pretty big detriment for the card. I think Clamor Shaman has potential in an aggressive Gruul deck, and we did draft a green card, so we could be looking to play Gruul. That being said, I still think that we should, to some degree, stay flexible early, so Mortify is probably just the best pick, because if we do end up in Orzhov, it is the best card. Sorry about my dog barking. Senate Griffin is a card that I do like, but it's definitely a step down from Mortify, and I think I probably would take it over Clamor Shaman. I'm not sure on that one, though. But here we're just going to take the easy Mortify, see what direction the draft leads us. Okie doke. Looking through the uncommons, the rare is missing. Solana Wayfinder is quite a strong card. It just really lets you find action early on. Lands early on and action later on in the game, which is just a very effective ability in a card. I think Knight of Sorrows is playable, but not super great. Just a 5 mana 3/3 is a bit small, even though it does have some additional benefit when it dies. Other than those two cards, Mammoth Spider can be nice in a green deck, especially out of the sideboard. I like Gift of Strength in a lot of decks as well. Satchtar's Volley is a good sideboard card, but not a card I want to take this early. It's probably going to wheel. We could take a Gate in some situations, but since Solana Wayfinder's in the pack, I think we'll take that. I think Smelt Ward Ignis is a fine card in Rakdos, but it's very medium. I think the pick is the second best card in this pack. I just kind of brushed over it. The ability to take a creature is pretty relevant because it removes an attacker from them on that critical final turn, and it gives it a little bit of extra value later on in the game. It also makes it like a 5-mana top-decked Active Treason for smaller creatures, which is nice. But I think Solana Wayfinder is still going to be the pick here. And now, looking at this pack, Chillbringer comes to mind. Combine Guildmage jumps into the forefront. I think Bladebrand is a card that I was too down on. I think this card's actually pretty effective. It's been really annoying for me to deal with, and I just think it's a good card. Imperious Oligarch to go with that Mortify potentially. But here it looks like I think Imperious Oligarch is worse than Chillbringer, probably worse than Combine Guildmage. So I think Dovin's Acuity is a card you can build around sometimes, but there's not necessarily a good reason for me to do that right now. I also kind of like the flavor text. I didn't know this had flavor text. Dovin ticked the planeswalkers off on his fingers. Himself, Domri, Kaya, Ral, Vraska, and Bolas made an even 6. Why does he need 6 planeswalkers? That's the question. But here, I think the pick is between Combine Guildmage and Chillbringer. I think Chillbringer is a little bit better than Combine Guildmage, and since I would be pairing it with green most likely anyway, this being a gold card isn't as huge of a factor. I already have 2 good 2-drops. I don't really need to prioritize another 2-drop. And I think Chillbringer is just one of those cards that when you have it played against you, it just really can sometimes shut you down. Also, flyers are really nice in this format. Yeah, I think we are just going to take the Chillbringer. Okay, so this pack, immediate cards that jump to my mind are Syndicate Messenger, Steeple Creeper, and then I look at the gate when I see those. I don't think we're going to move into a Goblin Gathering deck, unfortunately, even though that would be a funny thing to do at some point in this format. Syndicate Messenger is really nice. 4-mana 2/3 flyer is like a little bit small, but the fact that it dies into another 1/1 flyer means that if their opponent's deck is not good against flyers, then they're really going to have a tough time to deal with this because you're still going to have flying power even after this dies. I think Steeple Creeper is quite nice. I've been really impressed with this 3-mana 4/2. It trades with a lot of creatures, and the flying has been very relevant as well. Definitely a scary card. For some reason, Catacomb Crocodile I always think of it as a bad card. It dies to Grotesque Demise and stuff, but it certainly shuts down some decks, so I think it's a good sideboard card in many situations. We're not really looking to take the Azorius Guildgate, especially when we're not looking to play Azorius at this point. So I think we're just going to take the Steeple Creeper here, stick to the green cards we have. I think Syndicate Messenger might be a little bit better than Steeple Creeper, but not a ton better. Okay, so here, the biggest signal cards here are Savage Smash and Fireblade Artist. Fireblade Artist is actually quite a nice card in Rakdos because it means that if the board stalls out, you can start sacrificing all of your small creatures that were good in the early game, but that can no longer punch through, and you can just deal 2 damage a turn. And if you can get your opponent down to like 6 life or 8 life, that can really add up. That being said, Savage Smash is one of the premium removal spells of the format. It really does push you towards Gruul. If you can use this and then attack with the creature, like you kill their only blocker and attack, you often get in for like 5 or 6 damage with that creature, and that's just a huge swing. I'm not a huge fan of the Rumbling Ruin, but I think Savage Smash is probably going to be my pick here. It's also splashable. Sometimes Simic decks turn into Teamer decks, or Gruul decks turn into Teamer decks. And I have a strong base of green cards here, but I could definitely see myself playing Simic Splash Red, especially if I pick up some Gruul Guildgates. So I think we're going to take the Savage Smash here. Wow, this is a very late Gate Colossus. Might want to make me move into Teamer. This is a card that I think I've been a little bit underrating. It's definitely, when it gets played against me, terrifying to deal with. A lot of the cards just can't deal with it, and it would be a nice incentive for picking up some more gates. Steeple Creeper is very replacement level, so I think we'll take a Gate Colossus, and then if we get like 3 or 4 gates even, it's going to be fine. Even if you play this as a 6-drop, a 6-mana 8/8 that can't be blocked, that has an evasive ability and also can come back is really a nice effect. So even though there are cards like Steeple Creeper and Rebel Pelt Runner, I think we're just going to gamble on a Gate Colossus and then prioritize picking up a couple of gates. Debtor's Transport is a card that I think is too inefficient to be playable. 6 mana is just not very good. Rebel Slinger is probably going to be my pick here just because I'm going to be playing green most likely, and it's just a fine card. Sometimes, especially the reach can be relevant, shutting down things like Concordia Pegasus and just helping you maybe even with 1 chump block so your ground guys can finish the game. Wow, this is unexpected. Grasping Thrall should really never wheel. This is one of those situations that sometimes happens in real life Magic, but is sometimes just an arena bug. Not a bug, but like the bots just don't value this card properly. This card is quite strong. That being said, we are miles away from playing an Orzhov deck. We aren't really looking to play, like we have a Mortify, but other than that, we've been seeing strong green signals. Also, Sky Tether was a pretty good card in this pack. So here we're just going to take a Territorial Boar, get that extra 2-drop. We've already kind of solidified ourselves into a color combination. And now Rampaging Renthorn. This was one of the cards I was considering the first time the pack came around, and it's nice to see it again here. Here, kind of close between Mammoth Spider and Gift of Strength. I do like Mammoth Spider just as having another creature. Creatures are generally just like the best thing to be doing in Limited, especially when you have like a good top end stuff to finish the game if the board stalls. And I think I only really need like one Gift of Strength effect, so I think I'll just take the Mammoth Spider here. And now we get the Gruul Guildgate. That's actually perfect. First for our Gate Colossus, second for potentially splashing Savage Smash if we end up playing Simic. So really happy to get the Gruul Guildgate here. Very late pickup. And then we got the Gift of Strength anyway. And a Gruul Locket. Not really looking to play that. And Axebane Beast, the Pine Cone. I love the Axebane Beast. I think it's actually like better than it looks in many cases. But yeah, let's see what this pack has to offer us. So going through, Absorb, we're not Azorius, Eyes Everywhere is pretty bad, I think. Sometimes you can side it in if your opponents have got a slow deck and they're not playing blue and you're playing blue, because if you don't want them to be able to switch back, because that's just even worse. Daggercaster is a card that I do like. A lot of the time you can get some value out of that, but I think it's really at its best when it's paired in Rakdos and you can have some Blade Brands, because without the potential of an all-out combo, a lot of the time it's just a 4-mana 2/3 that doesn't really do much, though it is quite nice against Orzhov decks. Flames of the Raised Boar I did discuss a little bit earlier, but we just, as I said, it's hard to get 4-powered creatures. Like we have 2, 3, 4-powered creatures, a Steeple Creeper, and then this guy can get 4 power, so I just don't really think we want to be going after Flames. It's just a very expensive card. I think we'd much rather take something like Sorrowform Hybrid, get that early game creature that can also be a late game threat. So very happy to get another Sorrowform Hybrid. Light Up the Stage, some nice removal. Collision Colossus is also an effective card in this type of deck, because we might struggle with flyers. We do have a couple, like one reach creature and Gift of Strength, and then some removal. Sorry about the dog. So Collision could be nice, and Colossus is definitely a nice card. One moment. Sorry about that. As I was saying, Collision Colossus is definitely a card that I could use, but I was about to say, I think that Skewer the Critics is just better. Efficient removal that can kill like anything, even ground creatures, and help me punch through the damage, and also it gives me some nice reach. I think it's a little bit better than Light Up the Stage as well. This card is really nice in Constructed, but in Limited a lot of the time, if you want to have like conditional cards or just expensive cards, like if I use Light Up the Stage early on and I flip a Renthorn, it just doesn't do much. So I think it's a little bit worse in Limited than it would be in Constructed, just like many cards. Well, many cards that are good in Constructed aren't as good in Limited. Gateway Sneak is not a nice card, but we're not playing blue. So here I think the main pick is between these two effects, and we're just going to take the Skewer the Critics. Okay, so looking at this pack, Sphinx of the Guild Pact is a card that I have kind of written off as a bit too expensive for what it does. It might be better than I'm giving it credit for, though, because 7 mana, 5/5 flyer is huge. It just seems like that's the type of card that you try to play, and it's just a tad too expensive, and you're just too far behind by the time you play it. That being said, it could be the pick here. We do have a decent amount of late game already, and this Simic Guildgate is really calling to me, both because of the Gate Colossus synergy and also because it can let me play maybe this Chillbringer and splash the activated ability on the Steeple Creeper. Because it looks like right now we're playing Gruul, we have a Savage Smash and a Skewer the Critics. And I think that that's the direction that we kind of want to head. Maybe I should try the Sphinx of the Guild Pact. It's always nice to try new things in Limited. But it just... And Hexproof and Monocolored could be quite relevant, though a lot of the removal spells are gold cards, like Mortify and stuff like that. I think we're just going to take the Simic Guildgate, get consistent mana. And now another Sorrowform Hybrid. Ooh, a Gate Colossus. This could really make us want to go more heavy on gates. Having a second gate payoff is really nice, and there are diminishing returns to Sorrowform Hybrids. So I think we will just take the Gate Colossus here. Having a second one makes it easier to put emphasis on taking gates, if that makes sense. Because in the first case, you really do want to have a lot of gates for the Gate Colossus, but if you only have one, sometimes it makes it trickier to prioritize taking a gate over a strong card. Here, Gateway Plaza is nice. Gruul Beastmaster is really nice in this type of deck, though. can help you punch through extra damage, and it works really nicely with combat tricks, which we might get a couple of those. Gateway Plaza would be a nice 3-color land in this deck. I think we're leaning towards a teamer build, so I think we're just going to take the Gateway Plaza over the strong but not overwhelmingly powerful Gruul Beastmaster. And now a Gruul Guildgate looks really nice here. I'm not a huge fan of Incubation and Congruity. I think Incongruity is just not a great limited card. A lot of the time you're going to be killing like a 5/5, and giving them a 3/3 is not like a super great benefit. Granted, it can kill things like Gate Colossus, which is nice. But I think we just want the Gruul Guildgate here over the Arrester's Admonition as well. Just getting more consistent mana, more gates for our Gate Colossuses. And now another Skewer the Critics. Definitely looking up here. That's just the best card in the pack by a mile. Bullrack Clan Crusher has some synergies with Sorrowform hybrids. But overall, not really a card we're looking to play. We might just take another Gateway Plaza to help our Gate Colossuses. Our Gate Colossi, as they say. And now we'll just take a Gruul Locket. We're not really looking to play the Gruul Locket that we do have. And we'll get a Gravelhide Goblin. We'll actually just take a Sagittar's Volley for the sideboard. It's more important to get a good sideboard card than a kind of medium 2-drop. Especially because we're going to be base green. So it might be hard to play that on turn 2. We'll take Titanic Brawl. It works nicely with Gate Colossus, with Rampaging Rendhorn, with just some of our big fatties that we have. And we don't really need Wrecking Beast when we have so many great big things already. Oh my goodness, this is a catastrophe. There's no way that this card should be going with this late in the pack. All 3 of these cards are quite nice. Like Rendhorn was probably like the 3rd best card in that pack. So we're just going to take the Sorrowform Hybrid and keep in mind that the bot is probably not very smart. Gruul Beastmaster came back too, which is just silly. So our deck is going to be disgustingly powerful. The Caretaker, I guess, and another Axebane Beast. Nice. Ooh, that is a strong card. Let's see. So, and we're not playing this Mortify. Looks like we're playing just a teamer build, mostly base green, which is really what you want. You want to be a base color. You don't need the boar. We just have a ton of strong playables. So Gruul Spellbreaker, 3 mana 4/4, just with trample is really nice. That being said, 4 mana 4/4 is also quite nice. And its evasion ability is good, and it's not dual color. So that could be a consideration to just taking the Saratok over the Gruul Spellbreaker. So this is a mana less, which is really significant, I think. Chillbringer is not on the same level as these 2 cards. Neither is Skatewing Spy. So it's really just between these 2. And I think we are probably going to be base red-green, because we do have a lot more red cards, and we just might bench the Chillbringer and just use the blue to activate our Steeple Creeper. So I think we are just going to take the Gruul Spellbreaker, but it is closer than you might think on first glance. So this pack doesn't really have anything for me. We're not really playing Lawmage's Binding colors or Get the Point colors. Gravelhide Goblin's probably going to wheel. Still, I'll probably just take the Gravelhide Goblin, another solid 2-drop, and it looks like we are playing Gruul colors. Ooh, Gatebreaker Ram is a really nice payoff for this type of deck. We do have 5 gates, so it's going to be pretty effective, I think, as well. So pretty happy to get the Gatebreaker Ram. I mean, it's just a pretty obvious pick when you have a lot of gates and you're going for a kind of gate synergy deck to get the Gatebreaker Ram. Now an easy Gruul Guildgate. We definitely have enough playables pretty much here. Another Gatebreaker Ram. This deck is going to be unbelievable. I think that the bots just don't draft the gates at all, is what I'm getting from this. Regenesis could be a fine card draw engine in this type of deck, though we might just want a Sagittar's Volley for the sideboard because we do lack a little bit of removal, especially for flyers. So I think we're going to take that over the Regenesis, especially because a lot of our threats come back anyway. We're not at the point, I think since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gates, we do not really want to be taking off-color gates. So I think we'll just take another Sagittar's Volley. This gate has half of our colors, which means I think it is going to be worth taking because we have 4 payoffs that are so good. So I think Rakdos Guildgate is probably just better than taking like a Stony Strength. Playing a half-colored gate. And now we get another Mammoth Spider, helps us stall the game while we draw our great cards. Get rid of that Root Snare. I don't think we need Wrecking Beast. We have a lot of top end already. I think we'll just take Screaming Shield. In certain matchups, this can just win the game. Though to be fair, we have a pretty good late game already. How many? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gates. So we're at 22 playables, and we might run 18 lands. I'll take the Screaming Shield as a sideboard card, I think, over the Wrecking Beast. Scuttlegator is fine. A Restless Admonition could be a nice card to have in this deck, though we don't really have a heavy blue component. We might just take another Mammoth Spider. Growth Spiral, not really the type of card you want to splash, but we're not really playing Sentinel's Mark, and Root Snare is unplayable, so we'll just take that because it's got pretty art. Get the Quench action, and Exposed to Daylight. So, ooh, we won 20 gems, probably because we took that Spellbreaker. Okay, this is the mode that I like to use when I'm building the deck. It just like helps me see things more clearly, I think. So this is our only blue card, along with the Steeple Creeper activation ability. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a lot of high quality 2-drops, pretty good 3-drops as well, and then 1 4-drop, and then a lot of, yeah, our deck is very solid, I think. We could maybe add an Axebane Beast if we had a bad 2-drop, or maybe we just cut a Mammoth Spider for an Axebane Beast, just so our curve isn't too high. I don't think we want to run 3 islands. We already have 3 blue sources. I think we just need 4 or maybe 5 blue sources. So I think we'll cut an island and add a mountain. Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to add a mountain. Not cut a mountain. For you doing the mana, this version is much easier to see. If you want to click on the deck details, it's really nice. Oh my gosh, it shows me my creature types. I have 5 warriors, warrior tribal, and 5 humans, human warrior tribal. My converted mana cost is 3.6 average, which is pretty high, but considering my Gatebreaker Colossuses bring that way up. So I have 17 green mana, 6 red, and 1 blue, but then there's gold cards as well. So this can be green. So we do want to go more heavy red, and we have only 1 blue card. But I think we can afford to splash it because we do have some free sources. So I think we'll go with 1 island, because we do have now 4 sources for our splashed 5-drop. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a red source, remember? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 15, 16, 17. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. We don't need 12 green sources. We only need 11. So maybe we can do this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will give us 8 red sources, which is a good amount. And then we have 4 blue sources. So we are going to have 11, 8, 4, which seems reasonable to me. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 17 lands, which is good. And we have the Solana Wayfinder to help us find lands as well, which is really helpful. I think cutting a Mammoth Spider for Axebane Beast just to make our curve a little bit cheaper is for the best. So that is going to do it for the deck build. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember to hit that thumbs up if you want to see me do a written analysis with a more retrospective lens. If this video gets to 50 thumbs up, I will do that and post it into the community tab so everyone can see it. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you for the matches. Hello, 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 and welcome to round 1. Playing in the traditional draft on Magic Arena. We have a very busted Gates deck. I think the bots do not value the Gates deck correctly based on this draft. We are on the draw. We have some pretty solid early plays, and I think we should keep this hand. Even though we could potentially whiff on our lands, I think the odds are that we'll probably get up to 3 or 4 lands and then run out of things to do, but at that point we have some strong plays already. I'm used to seeing the little rank thing next to my name, which is funny. Our opponent did mulligan, just something to keep in mind. If you're wondering why my avatar is Gideon, it's because I haven't changed my avatar on this computer, and it just kind of rotates randomly between the avatars, which I think is pretty cool. So this round we've got Gideon, but you never know what might happen next round. And hitting a forest is definitely nice for us there. We want to be able to get up to our 4 drops, and then it doesn't really matter as much what we hit. Ooh, he's playing Esper. Esper is definitely a solid color combination. Gonna get this Sorrowform hybrid out. Next turn we'll probably go with our gate. plus Sorrowful Hybrid number 2. Actually, we'll probably, yeah. This way we can play our 4-drops as soon as possible. Gruul Beastmaster is looking like it's going to be a very good asset on this board state. Gruul Beastmaster being able to attack through the Concordia Pegasus and also enable a Sorrowform Hybrid to do the same. Our Gatebreaker Ram is now going to be a 4/4, which is quite nice. But here we're just going to deploy the Gruul Beastmaster with a +1/+1 counter, and then no attacks. Our opponent looks like they may have a counter spell up because they did hold up 3 mana on turn 4. They might be holding up another counter spell, or they could just have a removal spell. But since we just drew the Gift of Strength, I think we are going to attack anyway. But keep in mind they have 4 mana up. On turn 3 they didn't do anything. On turn 4 they didn't do anything. So we are just going to attack with 2 guys. I wouldn't be attacking if I didn't have a combat trick, I don't think. Because here he could just go like Grotesque Demise this guy, Mortify this guy, and then just double block this. However, this is going to work out for our benefit. Oh, the trigger still resolves. Interesting. I did not think the trigger would still resolve. And then here we can either play the Gatebreaker Ram as a 4/4, which is quite nice, or we could just play our Axebane Beast. I am going to play the Axebane Beast. It attacks through almost as well, but now next turn we have more mana efficient plays. So even though the Gatebreaker Ram is better than the Axebane Beast, despite the mana discrepancy, I still believe that it is correct to play the Gatebreaker Ram the next turn, because this way it goes alongside a Gravelhide Goblin, and the Axebane Beast can still attack through this. Okie doke, Ill-Gotten Inheritance, a card that I believe is still quite bad, despite many recent people that have decided to play it more frequently. Here we are going to attack all out. He does have 2 mana up, which can represent Summary Judgment and Blade Brand. So if he double blocks, I think I will just let the Pteramander, I'll just trade a Sorrowful Hybrid for a Pteramander. Okay, so he's just going to take 5 life to kill my Axebane Beast, and that opens me up to use my Gift of Strength if he does double block. Okay, so he just single blocks. We're not really concerned about the Concordia Pegasus, so we will just play our Gatebreaker Ram and our Gravelhide Goblin and be on our merry way. And now we can activate Sorrowful Hybrids in future turns. He does have the mana up to activate this Pteramander, which is good to keep in mind. Sphinx of New Prov, that is good to know. Okay, here we are going to play our land, then we will go to combat, attack with all of our guys, except for the Gravelhide Goblin, because that'll just get blocked here potentially. So let's think. It's good to put some thought into this because we have 2 extra timeouts. If we attack with Gravelhide Goblin, he can go block. He's taking 5 pretty much no matter what. He can go block. I think it is worth it to attack because even if he blocks like this, he takes 5, and then he blocks here maybe and blocks here, and then we can pay 6 mana to adapt. If he blocks this guy, then we just pretty much kill him. So I think it's going to be more effective if we attack with everything. Interesting. Okay, so now we just win because he didn't block this guy. No need to show him Gift of Strength. We'll just get the win that way. Okie doke. So what cards did we see from him? We saw Mortify, Final Payment, so 2 instant speed removal spells. That makes Gift of Strength a lot worse, I think. So we're going to cut the Gift of Strength. However, we did see several flyers, so that means Sagittar's Volley is going to get a little bit better, and Mammoth Spider might get a little bit better, though we do already have 2 Mammoth Spiders in the main deck. Chillbringer is going to be less effective here, so we're going to cut the Chillbringer and add an extra mountain. because he's going to have the flyers, and he might have flyers to deal with it. So I think we'd rather have a Mammoth Spider in this case, especially because Mammoth Spider deals with Sphinx of New Prov. It might just be that we'd rather have Mammoth Spider than Chillbringer anyway, but I think starting the Chillbringer is fine. So we do want to bring in the first Sagittarius Volley, maybe even the second Sagittarius Volley. And for the second Sagittarius Volley, we could consider cutting. What do we want to cut for it? Let's cut Axebane Beast. It's just a very medium card, though it does attack through his stuff pretty well. Most of our stuff attacks through his guys pretty well. So I think we're going to run it like this. Just going to do one last double check. Cut the Gift of Strength, Axebane Beast, and Chillbringer for 2 Sagittarius Volleys and a Mammoth Spider because he does look like he's playing a lot of flyers. And he has a lot of instant speed before. Submit. Okay, perfect. So hopefully our sideboard changes can give us an edge in the matchup. Sideboarding is one of the keys to success in Limited. I think it's an underrated factor. Okay, so this hand, definitely playable. We have our sideboard tech, we have a couple of Sorrowful Hybrids, and we're on the draw. So I think we are going to keep this hand, though it is a bit clunky for sure. That goes a long way towards helping. An extra land also means we can just get like a 2-drop down before we start playing Gateway Plaza if we need to. Concordia Pegasus, sure. Okay, we are going to just get this Gateway Plaza down. Hopefully he plays a additional flyer. Ooh, Blade Juggler. That is not great for me. But it is just something we'll have to deal with. Okay, we're going to play the Guild Gate and a Sorrowform Hybrid, which we will trade for Blade Juggler. The 3-2 for a 2-2 is still a good trade for us, even though this has some additional late game value. I'm not even sure it's correct for my opponent to offer the trade, because it is a 3-2 for a 2-2 after all, though this guy does have value in like 5 turns maybe. Ill-Gotten Inheritance, still not really doing its best work here. We're going to get this Rebel Slinger down, I think. Just mana efficiency, mana efficiency, mana efficiency. If you learn one thing from this video, I think it is that mana efficiency is king in Limited, especially when you have like big cards. I mean, that's probably not the only thing you learn from this video. Hopefully it's not the only thing you learn from this video. Whoa. Oh, right, the Ill-Gotten Inheritance trigger. Nice. That's nifty. Okay, here we are just going to slam our Gate Colossus, even though he could quench it technically. We didn't see Quench game 1. There's really no reason to believe he has it. He probably just doesn't have a ton to do. And then no attacks. Especially because we can get back the Gate Colossus, it makes it even less risky to just go for it. Dovin's Acuity, interesting. So he's playing a couple of questionable cards. I mean, his deck could be built around Dovin's Acuity, but from what I've seen, it isn't. Oh, there's some nice value for you. That's a good way to deal with it. We will trade here. We don't want to get too low before our Gate Colossus can take over. And we have a Mammoth Spider that we can just resolve. We also have Sagittarius Volley to kill it if we need to. So I do like getting the Mammoth Spider down here. His deck doesn't really seem aggressive enough for Ill-Gotten Inheritance. I know that many people who have watched many of my videos, or even one of my videos and seen me discuss the card, know that I think this card is quite poor in Limited. But I think that there are certain very aggressive decks that can utilize it. Okay, so here we are going to attack with everything. So for example, if your Rakdos deck has like no 4-drops, okay, resolve. Sure. This is going to be a good opportunity for us to use Sagittarius Volley. Perfect. Because now we kill both of his flyers. We did not play our land here before combat because we wanted to be able to put the Gate Colossus back on top of our deck if he had instant speed removal. However, we will still play it because we want our Sorrowform Hybrid to be able to adapt next turn. So we will play the Gate, play our Sorrowform Hybrid, and pass back. So we are in great shape here. We're going to have 14, 17 power next turn. which could just be lethal. I mean, not lethal, but could be enough to just get the job done. He does have 5 cards in hand, and we know he has things like Mortify in his deck. Okay, final payment, paying 5 life. Getting back the Dovin's Acuity. But he does not have a second white source right now, which could be critical. That's one of the benefits of having such a solid mana curve out that we have. Okay, we are just going to adapt this here. And it resolves. So he did not have Grotesque Demise. I believe he would have used Grotesque Demise on his turn, maybe to reset the Dovin's Acuity, though that's hard to say. I think there's no reason to not go for it because we want to get through the extra damage. Okay, he does bounce our guy. Oh, he has how many? So Dovin's Acuity does look pretty reasonable in his deck. He has 1, 2. So far he's played 3 instants. He has only 1 card. That means that we do have pretty much guaranteed lethal. There's nothing he could have here, so we are just going to go for it. Let's finish him with Style. Could kill him with Skewer, but I'd rather kill him with a Hasted Spellbreaker. And we got the win in round 1. I hope you enjoyed round 1. I hope you are enjoying the video, and I hope you stick with me for round 2. Hello, 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 and welcome to round 2. We are back with our Sweet Teamer Gates deck. We are being represented by Jaya in this round, and we have the decision whether to play first or draw first. In Limited, it is almost always correct to play first, unless you have some hyper-efficient removal or way to make it better to play on the draw. For example, if you are in a format with Shock, and you have multiple Shocks in your deck, sometimes it is best to draw first, just so that you can maximize the odds of your opponent on turn 2 playing a 2-drop, and you having played your mountain on turn 1 shocking their creature. But since we do not have that situation here, we do want to play first, and we do want to keep this hand. It is land heavy, but we have one of our best cards in Gatebreaker Ram, and Sorrowform Hybrid can help us use those lands effectively. So we want to start off with our land. We'll probably just play our cards untapped here for a while, get a little bit of pressure on the opponent. There's no reason to play this Gateway Plaza early because we do have enough lands to do what we want to already. We will offer the trade. Our opponent might just not block exactly what we wanted to happen, and now we will play our 4/4. The 4/4 is much harder to answer if our opponent has more creatures in play, less creatures in play. So that's why part of the reason why we did not want to offer trades there. Why we wanted to offer the trade there. Okay. We'll now play our Gatebreaker Ram as a 2/2, and then we will not attack. In general, in Limited, it is best not to trade down in value. So if I attack this guy in, I would be trading it for a 3/3. Which is just not something we want to have, especially because I have a couple Skewer the Critics. I have exposed this Gatebreaker Ram to Scorchmark, but opponent would probably be better suited Scorchmarking a Sorrowform Hybrid anyway. Okay, Frenzy Dank's a card that I wish I had. It's quite a nice card. Here we will play the Gateway Plaza. This way, if you draw a Chillbringer, we can cast it. No attacks as of yet. Okay, another Sorrowform Hybrid. So we do need to find some action soon, I think. More lands is not going to do it. He is holding up Scorchmark mana. Sorrowform Hybrid is still a little bit risky there. So there's no reason to go for the adapt when we can just wait. We have some haymakers we could draw, but overall we are in bad shape this game just because of how many lands we've drawn. But our opponent does also have a lot of lands themselves. They just have double Sorrowform Hybrid. Okay, so that's risky of them to go for that, but now we can adapt our own safely. And if he does attack with the Sorrowform Hybrid, I think that would be a bit of a mistake, because we have a nice double block set up for it. Though he does have a second Sorrowform Hybrid, so maybe he just wants to put more pressure on me. We're going to play our land, and then we will play our Mammoth Spider, make our blocks even better. And then no attacks, of course. If we attacked him, he would just block with the Airings and the Rubble Pelt Runner, and we would trade a 4/4 for a 6/6. It looks like we're both flooding out a little bit. So if I draw 2 spells in a row and he draws 2 lands in a row, this game is pretty even. I think on the board right now, it's very even, but it's hard to say which person, like what he has in his hand, so he could definitely still be favored here. Every gate I draw also means some of my land drops are relevant for pumping this Gatebreaker Ram. And it looks like he does not have anything to do with his mana. Okay, another land is unfortunate. No attacks. We have drawn a lot of our basics. Remember, we do have 7 gates in this deck. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of our basics. I think we only have 10 basics in our deck, so it's just a little bit unlucky that we've drawn this combination of lands, in addition to drawing a lot of lands. Okay, so blocking here. This thing can get +3/+0, so if we block like this, that would let him kill the Mammoth Spider, but it trades Mammoth Spider for Frenzied Airings. Maybe not the best. If we block like... I think we can only really kill one of his guys here. And we'll make him spend his turn to do it. So we'll block like this. And then next turn we can block... We'll block like this. We'll trade one of these off, because now next turn we can do another double block onto the other Sorrowform hybrid. And this also makes him waste his turn if he wants to use the Frenzied Airings. Oh, that's quite unfortunate. Oh, that's also quite unfortunate. Well then, quite unfortunate indeed. Yeah, the old double gift of strength. Not going to attack. Yeah, that's quite bad for me. I couldn't really afford to play around gift of strength because I was so screwed to just about anything. Oh, that might seal the deal, giving that haste. So if we block here and here, we take too much damage. Unfortunate, to say the least. But such is life. He didn't have all lands in hand, he just had some combat tricks, so gotta keep those in mind, I guess. Okie doke. So since the reach on Mammoth Spider is not going to be relevant in this matchup, it might be best to just play a little bit cheaper cards, like Axebane Beast. So I think we will cut a Mammoth Spider for an Axebane Beast. Though he does have a couple 4/4s, so maybe the Spider's just going to be better overall. I think 1/1 split. I mean, the split is probably best. We don't really have sideboard cards for this matchup. We just have to hope we draw our gates and our gate payoffs. We don't really need to be able to kill flyers or anything like that. So let's just run it back and hope for a little bit of a better draw. Hopefully that'll give us a better result. Keep in mind, we did keep a 5-lander, so we will play first here, and we will mulligan. This hand is fine. We will keep it. Chillbringer could be good in this matchup. I think we will keep it on top. We do want to keep spells here. Could be a nice way to break open a board state, because he doesn't look like he has a lot of ways to deal with flyers. Ooh, which one do we want? Probably want the Gate Colossus. Maybe I just want to take the Beastmaster because it's going to be the best play on curve. I think the Beastmaster is the worst of these options. Land is definitely not defensible. I have 4 lands already, and I have only 5 drops, so I think the Gate Colossus is going to be the best. 8/8 is just a very big card, even if I can't play it until like turn 6. No attacks. We don't want to offer trades here. I mean, we don't want to trade damage, but here, because I think we are in good shape if we get to the late game here. So, Caretaker, interesting. That's not a card I see very often. Another forest is a nice draw. I think we will play Rendhorn as a 5/5. He does have a lot of hybrids. That's part of the reason Gate Colossus is nice. Going to put a counter on it. We're close to being able to play the Gate Colossus. And that would shut down his Sauroform hybrids, which is really what we need to do in this matchup. He now has the mana to adapt them if he uses the Cerulean Caretaker. Hopefully he goes for a poor decision and adapts on his main phase. It's not necessarily a poor decision. It plays around Scorchmark or instant speed plays I could have, like fight spells. But it would really play into my Chillbringer plans. Because getting him down to 15 means that Chillbringer is a 5-turn clock, and then if I can play Gate Colossus, he's really under some pressure to do something with his creatures. He's probably trying to figure out how to adapt and leave the guy untapped. Also, if he doesn't have that extra land, it means that he can't adapt and also leave his guy back, which is good for me. This is why Sauroform Hybrid should not be wheeling on MTG Arena. It definitely punishes people who prioritize it where it should be prioritized. Okay, Grill Guildgate was a fantastic draw. So he did that a little bit off, but we're just going to keep that one tapped then, and then we will attack with everything. So now our Gate Colossus can come down and hold the fort. He's in a bit of a pickle here. If he does have that land to adapt the Sauroform Hybrid, he can do so. But if he wants to play a removal spell on my Chillbringer, then it means he probably cannot adapt Sauroform Hybrid, which means I'll get in for another sizable hit with my Rampaging Rendhorn. Gate Colossus is also a card that can attack, though it probably will be held back by double Sauroform Hybrid. Rumbling Ruin, okay. Interesting for sure. Oh, that was another great draw. Going to play the Gate Colossus and get in for 3 damage. Another Gate Colossus means that I'm going to be able to hopefully have one in play for the rest of the game and then finish him off with my Chillbringer. It also means that my land drops late in the game will function almost as if I'm drawing like a scry to scry my best card to the top, because I'll be able to put Gate Colossus back on top of your deck, my deck, which is going to be the biggest creature in play. There aren't really any other 8/8s wandering around the format. So I'm in pretty good shape right now. Opponent can start attacking me, but I can just eat one of his big creatures every turn, and if he doesn't get a big attack in this turn, ooh, that's unfortunate. A little bit unfortunate, but we still do have a lot of good plays available to us. A Sauroform Hybrid is a good step in the right direction. If we attack here, it'll just trade for a 6/6, which is not ideal, so we will just play our Gate Colossus here. This just further cements our position. Losing the Chillbringer is a bit of a blow, but we have a lot of big creatures in the deck. We have 2 Gatebreaker Rams, which are going to get bigger as the game goes on. No attacks here. He does have all spells in hand, which we know because he has not been playing lands for the past couple turns. So he has 4 spells, at least maybe 5 spells now that he's taken a draw step. And if we do draw a gate, I think we will just keep it in our hand. Okay, Cerulean Caretaker can make this card a bit of a problem. We'll play the Sauroform Hybrid and also activate it when it seems safe to do so. Keep in mind, we also have a Gift of Strength. That could be a nice card that allows us to punch through. No attacks here. And then we will end the turn. We're going to just play around Scorch Mark. There's no reason not to. This card can start teaming up with Cerulean Caretaker to get fearsome. So he has 4 spells in hand. We have no spells in hand. Okay, so now we can adapt safely. There's no reason to rush the adapt when we have nothing to spend our mana on anyway. Ooh, that was a formidable draw. Allows us to hold the Steeple Creeper back. And no attacks. If only we could have gotten our opponent a little bit lower, then we would be able to keep the we'd be able to make him trade with the 6/6s. Attacking with both of these, he can just double block one of them and take 8. Though there is some argument to just alpha striking him, because then he can't double block everything. He can double block one of them, double block the other one, die. Maybe we were supposed to alpha strike there. I was probably a bit too cautious. That's probably one of my flaws as a player, is I don't always see the great attacks. If I attack with everything, though, my fear is that he just... I mean, I guess he can't really chump as well. Yeah, maybe I did make a mistake there. That could be big. That could be big. It could make this guy into a 7/7 to kill a Sorrowform hybrid. Keep in mind, though, he does have a lot of spells, and he hasn't been playing things. So he could just very easily have a Gift of Strength, or even 2 Gift of Strengths. So I think last turn maybe would have been our opportunity to attack. In this situation, attacking does not necessarily benefit us. Like last turn, he didn't have this 3/3 and he was tapped out, so he had these guys, and if we'd attacked, he would have been like, could have double blocked these guys, one of these guys to trade a 6/6 for it, but then he would have just taken a bunch of damage. Here, I don't think we can afford to use Savage Smash because we know he has a lot of Gift of Strengths, and it just makes it awkward, so we're just going to pass. I'm afraid of another Rumbling Ruin, to be quite honest, because that would just kill me outright. Frenzied Erranks. Yep. It looks like, to me, that he's holding up double Gift of Strength, like he did last game, because it's doubtful that he just drew another Frenzied Erranks there. So he has 3 spells. I'm going to assume 2 of them are Gift of Strength or combat tricks of some kind, because he's holding up 3 mana as if he's just trying to... I mean, he's been holding up 3 mana for a long time, and I'm assuming he's not just only top decking Frenzied Erranks and stuff, and he hasn't been playing lands, so we know that he's got to have spells of some kind. I'm really regretting not attacking on that one turn. I think it would have been a really good turn to attack. I could have gotten rid of some of his 6/6s at pretty minimal cost. That being said, the past is the past. Who has more cards left in their deck? 21 cards, 23 cards. So I am winning the mill battle. And funnily enough, that is actually a relevant thing, because if he starts having to attack me, then I'm in great shape. He's already used a Rumbling Ruin. Presumably he does not have multiples. That would be a real problem. Interesting. So he just straight up 2-for-1s himself. That kind of tells me he does not have a combat trick. That's very interesting, though. Maybe he meant to use a combat trick beforehand. All out attack, eh? So we're going to do our best to play around like a double pump spell situation here. So we're going to block here. And if we block here, and we block here, so how does those blocks look? We would take 7. If we don't block, we take 3, 7, 11, 17, 23. So if we just chumped the minimum, used our Savage Smash on the kickback, so that way we take 6, 10, 13, even if he has double Gift of Strength, that's 16, 19. And then we have more than enough to kill him on the backswing. This thing can't pump itself. 3, 7, 13. I like this block. He'd have to have Gift of Strength, and something else. It's a very aggressive attack when you're at 10 life. Calculated, my man. Oh. I'm so bad. Oh, I didn't even think of it. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm so sad. That was so bad. Holy smokes. I got too cute. Wow. So I should have just done a normal blocks. Played around and, like, killed his guys. Shoot. I just killed myself to Colossus, which is a card that he easily could have. Was I dead to just only Colossus? Because he was hitting me for Exactsies if he had Gift of Strength with Glock. He was one short if he had Gift of Strength, but I was assuming that I chumped 6 damage. Wow, yeah, that was really bad blocks. I'm sorry, folks. Definitely got blinded by the card I was playing around. I could have easily won that game if I just blocked differently. If I had blocked my 6/6 if I had blocked the way I initially set up the blocks, I think I would have won the game. Because I would have put 2 more guys in front of the Rumbling Ruin. I would have put my 8/8 on my 2. I would have put my 6/6 on my 2/1. No, then I would have lost both those guys. I would put my 6/6 and my 3/5 in front of the 6/6 Rumbling Ruin. I would put my 8/8 and my 2/1 in front of the 6/6 Sauroform Hybrid. And then I would have put my Brutal. What else would I have done? Would have put my, I had a 2/1, a 6/6, a 3/5. I would have put my, yeah. I just misblocked that very badly, so I'm sorry for that, but hopefully you'll stick with me for round 3. Hello and welcome to round 3. We'll play first. That last round was very messy. I'm sorry about that. We will keep this hand though. This is a much better hand. Keep in mind that our opponent did draw a little bit. We did botch that blocking very badly because we didn't play around Colossus at all. We just played around Gift of Strength. But even if you play around too many things, you get screwed. We didn't know he had Colossus. He just wasn't thinking about it, I guess. Because I'm just still thinking okay, we're here. We're gonna obviously start with Gold Guild Gate and pass. Here, if we had played around Colossus, I don't know how exactly we would have blocked, but it would have been much better for us. We're just going to get the Gatebreaker ramp online as early as possible. The Gravelhide Goblin is much worse than the Gatebreaker ramp, and since we're not guaranteed to be able to curve out, we'll just get the 4/4 out. play the Steeple Creeper. We'd rather trade that for the Twilight Panther than the Gatebreaker Ram. Yeah, playing around Colossus there might have been tricky because it would have made our double blocks a lot harder. If we'd used 3/3, because he had like a lot of guys. So, and he could give +7 damage to any of them. So it might have been that we just like weren't going to win that game anyway. I'll have to watch it back later. I'll do some analysis on it maybe. We'll block. This way he can't hold up Quench or anything for a Gatebreaker Ram. Don't know exactly why you would attack in here. It looks like he wants to be able to hold up Quench. It could just be that I always assume my opponent's like a good player, but it could just be like he doesn't really know what's going on, or she doesn't really know what's going on. But I just give them a benefit of the doubt. Unfortunate that they have that, but what can you do? Resolute Watchdog, eh? Attack with everything. We'll use our Gift of Strength to save our Sorrowful Hybrid. Or if he just blocks with Watchdog, we'll pump this guy. We'll save our hybrid while he doesn't have Watchdog mana to protect. And we will play another Sorrowful Hybrid. Whew. Just going to play a 5/5. Maybe I could have attacked with Gravelhide first. Yeah, I definitely could have attacked. Now I can't, though, obviously. I should have attacked with Gravelhide, might be. Sorry about that, folks. Bit of a loose play. Bit loose. Interesting attack here. Opponent taking a lot of time with their second main phase. Interesting. So he just does nothing. We don't really have a ton to spend our mana on here, so I'm fine if he uses his removal spell on my Gravelhide Goblin and I get blown out a little bit. Like if he has a Grotesque Demise and he's going to go Resolute Watchdog with the block, and then I use my thing and he kills it with his Grotesque Demise, I'm fine with that because we just need to survive long enough to get our Gate Colossus and our couple Sorrowful Hybrids down. Okay, I'll see you later, Dad. Oh, the Slime Bind. A truly fearsome card. For those familiar with Slimebind, hashtag Doomblade, yeah, we will use the old Gravelhide Goblin's ability. And then we will Skewer Watchdog. Because Watchdog is problematic, because it'll just protect any of his cards at some point. And we're going to be spending our mana every turn as soon as we draw a land. So we don't want to have to like worry about Watchdog. We just rather use our card, get it out of our hand, kill a relatively potent threat. Not threat, but like annoyance. And move on. Now our Gravelhide Goblin doesn't have an easy foe. Ooh, this is real. Oh my god, why is he attacking? That is not a good attack. It worked out for him. We'll attack with both of these guys. Because if we'd drawn a land, he just literally couldn't have blocked any of our guys. Here, we're going to let him block this, or we'll let him block this. But if he trades these, we're fine with that. Wow, we really needed to draw a land there. But as I said before, like we're not going to be able to use our skewer here anyway. So that is just because we drew a 5-drop, but it would have been really awkward if we hadn't cast Skewer last turn and he played Sphinx of Nuprov and could have protected it with Watchdog, then we would have been in real tricky shape. Perfect, we got in 2 damage. That's why we attacked with this guy partially. And now we get our Mammoth Spider down. Mammoth Spider is definitely a beast. Our opponent's definitely very aggressive, like attacking with that Twilight thingy. Panther. Thingy. It is definitely not a thing, it is a panther. The old Twilight Panther. Interesting, using instance at sorcery speed. The secret to tech. Okay. As I said, I think he might have Quench, but that could just be him being not the greatest. So yeah, we're just going to play this guy. No attacks. We didn't really have a good attack. We do just want to play that card. He's still stuck on lands. If he goes Swamp, Kaya's Wrath, and I'm just like sad. But that seems unlikely. Still a little bit sad about losing that last round on not playing right a combat trick. But honestly, it was... And also not attacking on that one turn. Both of those were pretty bad. But you mess up games, and that's how you learn to improve. So, lesson learned. It's one of the things with combat tricks is you generally, like a lot of the time, it doesn't like stick in your head like which ones to play around until you've gotten wrecked by them at least once. So for example, if you're playing in the Rivals of Ixalan ranked, you will face off against Skullduggery at least once. And once you get wrecked by it one time, you tend not to get wrecked by it again. Skullduggery gives one of your creatures +1/+1 and one of theirs -1/-1. So you can sometimes just buff your creature to win a combat and kill their 3/1 or something like that. And then you're just like, oh my god, what have I done? So after a couple times, you just live and you learn. Opponent definitely taking their time here. Okay. They have decided to play a land. Twilight Panther. Ouch, that was rough auto-tapping, I must say. Auto-tapping really screwed them right there. Oh my god, that is the worst auto-tap I've ever seen in my life. Oh my goodness. Ouch. Is there a way to say ouch? That's my dog. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's barking. He likes to bark. Yeah, I'm going to go quiet him for a moment. I'll be right back. Hello again. I have successfully quieted the dog. We will go to combat. And we will just attack with our 8/8. Still no need to risk the Sorrowform hybrids to a summary dismissal or something, summary judgment or something like that. We'll just hit him for 8. Not offer him any great blocks, especially since he messed up. I mean, the Twilight Panther can't block it anyway. So we get him for 8, and then now we can just, on his end step or something, adapt a Sorrowform hybrid. He might just be holding up a bounce spell here. That's definitely something like to expect. Or a Code of Constraint, something of that nature. These are just the things you need to be thinking about. And I know you may be thinking, hey, why should I think about, be listening to this guy with things to think about when he just got so wrecked by Colossus? You know, I'm sure there was someone yelling at their TV screen like, no, don't get wrecked by Colossus. Oh, good. Auto-tapper didn't screw him this time. That's so good. Watch out for Colossus. Yeah, I'm sure somebody was doing that. And to you, I thank you. This Mammoth Spider is doing work. We need to bring in our extra Mammoth Spider for this matchup. Guaranteed. Mammoth Spider's a legend. Absolute legend. And it's totally safe to adapt our hybrid now. The bubbles. Oh yes, another hybrid. I like how it kind of like shows in red. Okay, so we don't want to attack with that guy. We'll just play another Mammoth Spider. Or do we want to just adapt our second hybrid? Adapting has... I mean, this guy's not really a great attacker. We'll just adapt. Because having 2 of them is really nice. And then if we draw an island, which we only have 1 of, no attacks. This just makes our alpha strikes a lot better. Because he has 2 guys he has to block, so he'll go Twilight Panther. Oh no, another Chilly Bee. The old bringer of the chills. He hath chilled me to my core. Yeah, my dog likes to bark. We're going to play this Mammoth Spider just to stay safe. In case he like kills this Mammoth Spider, hits us for 4, 5, 8, 11, 12, 13. That could be scary. My dog likes to bark. Oh man, it's good to be home. Good to be home for my break. I like my dog. His name is Seamus. After this round, I'll go pet him. Okay. We can just wait a turn. No need to be hasty. Grell Beastmaster could be hasty next turn. Boom! Bada boom! So much power. Phenomenal cosmic power. Jeez. Ouch. No. Ah, just give me another skewer. Give me a Savage Smash, please. I have wasted the gifts you have given me, magic gods. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Well, there you go. Yep. We shall fight this guy. Cancel. We will attack with every one of these guys because they're all lethal attackers. And then we can kill this mid-combat to really screw him. We want to attack with these guys while this Twilight Panther is inactive, shall we say. We could have also attacked with this green Gravelhide Goblin, but that might be a bit too suspicious. Also, then we would have to do the fighting with Sauroform Hybrid, which is not necessarily ideal. Yep. That's probably the one we'll Titanic Brawl into the Azorius Skyguard. Oh, this is going to go so well! Oh, this is why you don't use your instants at sorcery speed, by the way, because there's like always the potential to just completely destroy your opponent if you just wait till instant speed. Especially when their clock is ticking down. Dun dun dun! Actually, oh yeah, there's no reason not to fight with this one. It really doesn't matter which one we fight with. What the? Why would he block 7 onto my... Get that counter rolling. Opponent deep in thought. Yeah, we've got... Oh my god, he destroyed me! Oh! Oh! Dang it! Oh! I was just like, I think we've got this one in the bag. Nope. Jesus. What the heck just happened? 1, 2, 3, 4. To be fair, as soon as we draw a gate, we're going to get back that Colossus. Oh, no. No! You know, right after a board wipe, drawing 2 lands is not the play, I must say. Wow, we got dominated by the top deck Swamp. He's splashing Kaya's Wrath. You know, we're the best at this game. Pure skill every time. I was so proud of myself for wrecking him. And then I just got wrecked. He was like, swamp me! Damn. That was the brutalist. You know, I'm wishing this Chillbringer was a Mammoth Spider right now. Probably too ambitious on the mana base. I'm probably just going to cut that. Chillbringer's good, but Mammoth Spider does a lot of the same things. I don't know. Chillbringer would have been really good in that one game. Probably not worth it, though. Ha! The gate has come back. Yes, we would like to stack our deck. We'd like to draw a good card. I wish we'd drawn one of our blue gates instead of our literal only gate that can't cast Chillbringer, but I mean, it's better than drawing nothing, I will say. It's just the worst possible gate to have drawn. I mean, guess Rakdos Guild Gate is slightly worse. Oh man, he's probably got a counter spell up now. Knowing this opponent. What the? What? What is he doing? Oh, he has counter. Right. We've already put him on. Oh, no. What? Why is he casting Chillbringer when he knows I'm going to cast Gate Colossus? Questionable plays here. Maybe he can just race me. How about I do what my opponent did? And instead of saying tap, tap, swamp, I'll say tap, tap, island me. Island me, deck. Give me that island. Ooh. Ooh. We're going to give this thing haste. Of our lands remaining in our deck. Ooh, now he has to leave back this Chillbringer, presumably, unless he has a combat Trico to win this game-o. Seems potentially likely, oh. Oh dear-o. Oh dear-o. Oh dear-o. No, he does not. Another way to deal with the Gate Colossus, then. No, he has it again! Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Oh, we drew it! We're alive! We're alive! Oh my gosh! Island me came back clutch! Whew, the clutchest! Oh, we're still alive! No, we need another top deck! Feed me! Gatebreaker Ram! No, he has it all! What is this man? Man, that was bad. Jeez. Oh, man, that was savage. Bringing in those three, baby. Out with the Axebane, out with the Chillbringer, out with this island, in with a mountain. Actually, in with a forest. We just need to make sure we have a forest. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 red, green sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're going to be chilling on green sources. Oh my goodness. Have fun dealing with the triple mammoth spider. Oh, that was brutal. Oh, you guys watching at home are just like, you could have won that second round, then you wouldn't have had to play that guy. You're right. You're so right. Ugh. Sartorius. Inwek. Let's cut Gravelhide. And what else? Let's only bring in 2 of these. Dang, that was a savage beating. Play first for sure. Keeping this one. Ugh. Opponent's like, got him! And I'm like, end my life. That was so brutal. I'm not actually thinking that. I'm just like, in a state of shock. So if I do this, I can cast a turn 5 Gate Colossus, which I think is worth it over casting a Spellbreaker that gets kind of blanked by Twilight Panther anyway. Gate Colossus is going to be clutch! I'm so sad. We lost that first game to double Kaya's Wrath. This man, he probably had it in his hand the entire game and was just waiting to draw it. He's like, wow, my opponent's board is getting bigger and bigger. Dang. So much bad beats. But such is life. Oh, Arrester's Admonition, sure. Sure thing, bud. Go for it. Oh, sweet justice. Boom! I'm proud. All of the gates. Our Gatebreaker Rams are now 6/6s. I'm sad. I have lost all happiness in the fell sweeps of fate. Oh, that was sadness. Just let me put it back on top of my deck. I have 3 gates left. Oh, fate is cruel. So cruel. Oh, don't play an Azorius Skyguard. Oh, thank goodness. Only a Chillbringer. My Mammoth Spider has been waiting, my friend. My Mammoth Spider has been waiting. The Savage Smash can take down a Chillbringer. We don't want to overextend into his Kaya's Wrath. The worst part was that he didn't even have like a built-up reservoir of cards when he Kaya's Wrath me. It was like a desperation reset button. And after 3 lands in a row, he drew like 3 spells, and I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. He did start with a 1-card advantage or something like that, but still. It was sad. Oh, that card's a problem. That is not really going to affect me, bud. I am not really worried. We're going to have to get through the Twilight Panther eventually. That's the block I was hoping for, not going to lie. We'll just hope he doesn't have a gate. He's already played 2 gates. We only saw, I guess we saw several gates last game. But he's got scarier cards that we really want to be able to kill if he plays them right away. Of course. So he will get to draw a card this turn, but we can deal with that next turn. Like if he plays Azorius Sky Knight, we were like really want to be able to kill that. And also, like, we don't want to take too much damage from these flyers. I guess we can stop like them mostly, but This guy being hexproof is going to be pretty helpful. Let's just fight him like this so that we can have that extra damage this turn. Try casting a spell on it, bud. It's hexproof. Oh, look at all this scrolling stuff. Sure, we'll throw out the Rebel Slinger. Send him out to die. H2 Rebel Slinger. Oh man, please don't have it. Please don't have Kaya's Wrath. I beg of you, please. Oh man, he always has it. Or she always has it. Whoever this Marina V is. Probably a girl. Not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna. Ooh, Chillbringer. On the Spellbreaker? Ooh, on the Mammoth Spider. Ooh, interesting. If he attacks too aggressively, we can just kill him. That is a fact. Titanic Brawl, Gift of Strength. And get him. Flicking through the channels just to see what's on. Oh, he is very aggressive. I think we got him, folks. Haha. Thou forgot that I had the old Mammoth Spider, my good friend. Oh no, he's got Watchdog. No, he's got another Twilight Panther. Shoot. We'll kill that one. Oops, did not mean to attack with the Mammoth Spider. Oh no. Ah, that was so bad. Oops. The old all attack button. My dog is giving me a hard time about it too, with his barking. No. Oh no, the misclick agony. Ah, we lose now. He's just gonna have a pump spell and we die. Ah! No. No. Shoot. Oh, the pain. Oh no, what's his last card? Okay, it's not. We don't lose because of this. We just basically lose because of it. Oh my god, that was close. Holy smokes. Whew. Okay, he gives it vigilance. Okay, we've got this. This is 7 trample power. Okay. What? Oh, what? Next attackers will attack with this guy and this guy. Not with this guy, he'll just block there. We'll just attack with this guy. Your leaves are ever changing. Oh my god, I'm so sad. Oh man, I'm so scared. He's gonna top deck Kaya's Wrath and then he's gonna win. He's also playing Clear the Mind for like not really a good reason. Probably just so he can Kaya's Wrath twice, like he did game 1. Or she did. I need to start saying she because Marina is definitely a girl's name. Oh man. Just don't block. Why would you block? Blocking is for the weak. Only weak people block. Okay. Well, this worked out. Look at how many abilities this card has. It literally has to scroll through them. Like, end the turn. Like, starts to scroll. Like, what the heck? Hexproof, reach, riot, trample, damaged, hexproof. Oh, it starts again. +1/+1 counter. That's weird. It's so many abilities. Like, this one just has reach. Oh my god. Why? Why hath you forsaken me? No! Ah! What a rip! Oh man. Dang it. Ooh. Yes! The counter rip! But how shall I use such potent power? Attackers. And we shall kill the Sky Guard. Maybe I was supposed to use this before blockers. Yeah, I definitely was. Dang it, I'm playing too fast. No matter. It will all work out for the best. Now I just eat his guy here. And unless he top decks the Kaya's Wrath. Oh, hey, oh, hey. This man! This man is unbelievable! Ah! Holy goodness! What the heck was that? Right off the top! This guy's like demonic tutoring every draw step. Oh my gosh, thank goodness we got there. Holy smokes. Ah! Right off the top of the deck! Oh, the perfect top. Good game. Jeez, I'm going to bring in that third Sagittarius volley because holy smokes. A lot of flyers. A lot of flyers. Come into my arms, Sagittarius volley, and thou shalt be the hero we deserve. Oh my goodness. How many creatures do we have left in this deck? We have 16 creatures still. We're going to cut a Stapley Creeper. Actually, we'll cut a... yeah, Steeple Creeper. The old Steeple Creeper. There was a movie I saw when I was a kid where they had to like... It was called Robbie the Reindeer, and it was like, the steeplechase. So every time the word steeple comes up, it's just like, I feel the need to say it the way they said it in the movie. Oh, the steeplechase. The Steeple Creeper. Just so fast. The steeplechase. Oh, that's just so wrong. Okay, now that we have that third Sagittarius Volley. That's why Sagittarius Volley is such a good sideboard card. Like, it's just going to wreck him, especially in multiples. Like, imagine me doing all-out attack and then just double Sagittarius Volley him. Oh, I'm so afraid of Kaya's Wrath. Kaya's Wrath is so mean. It just destroys me every time. Okay, this is a fine hand. We have our 3-mana 4/4, and we're on the draw. And we're not going to flood this game, probably. We have a Godbreaker Ram. Breaker Ram. Jeez. Hey, land is what we need. A gate would be nice, but you can't always ask for the gate. That could be too greedy. Oh, the watchdog. Hello, dog. Good boy. Oh my gosh, my opponent. He's got the watchdog for combo with his board wipe. Oh man, he's got islands in his Kaya's Wrath deck just because he's playing like Esper, like straight up Esper. Ugh. Well, there's a Gate Colossus. We have our Ram and our Colossus. We just need some Gates now, the old Gates. Sweet, sweet Gates. Oh dear. He's starting early with that Dovin's Acuity. Put a counter on it. Because you know he has a bunch of 3/3s. Sure, he might just bounce it, but so that happens. Opponent taking a long time to decide. Wow. They probably misread Dovin's Acuity. Yeah, they hovered over, they flickered over, they were like, oh, that's not what Dovin's Acuity does. Whoops. That was the best clear of the mind ever. They didn't even have a graveyard. Oh, the classic. The old Dovin's Acantropy. That was a really bad pun. Forgive me. This is the worst Gatebreaker Ram. The old 3-mana 2/2. Ooh, a Grasping Thrall, you say? We're going to save our removal spell, even though he does have the Watchdog. He'll probably have to tap out. At some point, we can use our Savage Smash, and we can just get the Mammoth Spider in play here. Maybe Savage Smash plus Starform Hybrid would have been better. Just feels risky to not just have a Mammoth Spider sitting in play, soaking up damage. This guy always has color issues of some kind. Watch him just play the island now and prove me wrong, but he always seems to have like one color that he's kind of missing. Yeah, of course. Never mind. I spoke too soon. But I was right. He was going to tap out again. Give me another chance. Do I just not play the Sorrowful Hybrid to play around Kaya's Wrath? I think it would be a very medium Kaya's Wrath. He kills his own guy, he kills 3 of my guys. 3 for 2, not the worst that could happen to me. Still bad, but boom. Yeah, this is not going well. drawn 2 cards. 3. I mean, Dovin's Acuity has been a draw 3, I guess, for 9 mana. So it's like just a slow but steady engine. We haven't drawn any gates to help us. A gate would be really helpful here. Oh, that's not a gate. Shocker. It's just unfortunate. Like, we've drawn 5 of our lands and none of them are gates. So this Gate Colossus sits stranded in our hand. A sad tale. A sad tale indeed. This Dovin's Acuity's gained him 9 life. Gosh darn it! Ugh! Just every time. Losing to Dovin's Acuity is such a bad feeling. It's just so slow. Just casts it slow and steady. There's more instance than I've seen the entire match. Jeez. You know what this screams to me is Kaya's Wrath. So we're just going to not do anything. We're just going to wait. And if he goes for like a Chillbringer, we can just Sabotage Volley it and not be too far behind. But just jumping with a Watchdog. Yeah, he had it. That's fine. Get him! We're even playing around Quench. I will pay 2 mana. And it's not your main phase, so you don't get the Dovin's Acuity, bud. Ah! This is so sad! It's just the worst Gatebreaker Ram of all time! Ah! No! No! You cruel, cruel world. Why have you forsaken me? We're just gonna pass. He's playing as if he has Kaya's Wrath. And he has decent odds of having it. Ugh. Okay, now we can play another creature. We just don't want to go too far in the wrong direction. Sure. Get our 2 threats down. No attacks. So now it's like we'll use some more resources. So if he goes for the Kaya's Wrath, it's not as bad for me. I like how I am halfway through my deck and I have only 5, I have no gates. But I have 5 lands. In some games I'd have 20 lands and I'd be super complaining right now, but right now I'm just like, oh no. He's gonna deck himself. He has no way to win. Oh, I have double Mammoth Spider. He's just trying to kill the Mammoth Spider with his Kaya's Wrath this entire time. The Scope of Vampire. Viscopa, 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 vampire. Ugh. Too much Dovins. Too many Dovins acuities. This Gatebreaker Ram could actually just become a threat at some point in the game. Okay. You know, I'm waiting for that gate. He has 3 cards. If I go for the attack with these 2, make this into a 5/2, it's just not good for me. We'll just play this. Soon I will have a 6/6. Oh yes, it shall be truly glorious. I also have more Sagittars volleys in the deck, which would be great here, as Sagittars tend to be. Oh my gosh, he's just a self-mill deck. He just shuffled his stuff back in, and he still has less cards than me. Oh no, he has more than me now. Dang it. He's on the old double clear the mind for your win condition strategy. Don't worry, opponent. I'll draw a gate one of these days, and then these guys will be big. Oh my god! I actually want to draw land 6. This is a problem, because it means I have all these spells, and like 12 of these last cards are lands. Shoot. Oh, this is not good. He's gonna outvalue me, because he can cast stuff and like adapt his guys. Like, he doesn't have adapt, but you get the point. Okay, so he has 1 card left. This is our chance to strike. To strike and strike hard. If we draw a gate. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. We finally hit it. It still isn't a gate, but he would block here, he would block here, here. We'll just simplify the board. As long as he doesn't draw Kaya's Wrath, I'm eventually just going to have massive Gatebreaker Rams sitting in play. And it is relatively hard for me to deck, because I do have 2 Gate Colossuses, which buys me a lot of time against decking. Okay. This is a fair trade. I mean, I kill his 4-drop and his token, and lose my 2-drop. But it's a nice way to simplify the board. Imagine if 2 of these were gates. These cards would actually be like real threats. Okay, what's he going to tap? A Mammoth? A Mauve? Ooh, Beastmaster. Yikes. Wow. Why would you kill the Beastmaster instead of a Mammoth Spider? That's interesting. Very interesting. I feel like Mammoth Spider is more of a problem. Oh, yes. Didn't see that coming. I do have gates in my deck, opponent. If I attack with these 2, he just hits me back for a ton. We're just going to get our Gate Colossus down, and then next turn we'll have a massive attack because our Sorrowform can adapt. We'll have this guy. We'll have everything attacking. Full speed ahead, as they say. It's unblockable. Of course. How is his last card a gate? He has drawn five gates. What the heck? This is madness. This person has drawn about 500 more cards than me. And when I say 500, I mean like 15, but still. I think we have to attack. If we just wait, we're going to get decked, and he'll just keep building up his advantage. Also, this card's a pain to block. Oh, I pray that my Gift of Strength works. Oh, please. He has one card, and if he had an instant, he would probably have tried to cast it during his main phase. We will kill the Scopo. His last card might just be Kaya's Wrath. It's Kaya's Wrath. If it's not Kaya's Wrath, then we're in good shape. But, oh, he's drawing for Kaya's Wrath. Skyguard, okay. counter. Fortunately, he's been able to hit with this thing twice because he's had 2 gates. You have got to be kidding me. This guy. Yes. We saved that gate just so we could do that. Yes! Yes! Woo! Boom! We got the win! Dang, that was tough. Holy smokes. Hard fought match. Hard fought. Hard fought match. Dang, that was insane. Whew. Jeez. Wow, that was insane. Let's open our pack to see what we got as a reward for such an epic match. Okay, there's the Dovins that we were facing off. Ooh, Amplifier, that's fun. Man, what a sweet match. Hopefully, you enjoyed the match, and you'll stick with me for the next one. Dang, what a sweet one. Welcome back, and to round 4. We won that last round, and so we earned it. We will keep this hand. I forgot to change the deck. Take out the Chillbringer, but maybe it'll pay off. Wow, that last match was so unbelievable. The first game we lost, and then, jeez. Okay, we'll just try to curve out to our best of our abilities. Sure. We don't really want to trade those because we already have a lot of lands. Okay. We're in pretty good shape this game, I'd say. We're in pretty good shape this game. Sorry if I haven't been talking very much. There's just not a ton of commentatable moments here. We're going to get the Gruul Guild Gate down. Actually, yeah, because we want to be able to play the Spellbreaker this turn. No attacks. We don't want to trade this guy off because he's about to be bigger than them. Growth Spiral. Yep, this is the world we live in. People playing Growth Spirals. I mean, he clearly doesn't have a land. stand corrected. A little bit confused by that play, but here we will attack with the Gatebreaker Ram. If he wants to triple block to kill it, we can just kill his 2 big adapt guys. If he doesn't hit a land, he's probably just going to take a 5 again. Or if he hits a tap land. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So if he triple blocked with those 3 again, he could kill this. Or he blocked with these guys. Some way I'm going to be able to kill this and this, or get some pretty good knocks in. Like killing the Sorrowful Hybrid is a priority here. Well, that was good for me. Holy Jesus. What the heck? Okay, he plays the old Scuttlegator. Yikes. What do we do about that? What do we do about that? Well, I guess we just trade our Sorrowful Hybrid for it. Because this thing's just going to become a 9-9. I mean, you do what you got to do. We'll play our gate. Now we can play both of our 4-drops next turn. Okay, he's got a 5-5. Ooh, there we go. Doesn't really help, but we want to get this guy down. I guess we can't play both of our 4-drops. Counter. Okay. So just looking at the board state, it's pretty even, but we have a couple Gate Colossuses to draw. Ooh, Incubation. Maybe he has a good win card in here, like a Biogenic Ooze or something. Terramander not the most terrifying here. But that's the thing with Incubation. If you have a really good card in your deck, gets much better. Okay. We'll triple block it. Don't want to use our gift of strength too soon. Probably need it to deal with the Pteramander. So he traded his 5/5 for my 3/3, which means he's really kind of afraid of it. But my 3/3 was kind of blanked by the Mammoth Spider, so I don't know what he's up to. He's got 5 mana up. He's got 2 instants in the graveyard, so this costs 6 to adapt. So many abilities. I like how it has to scroll. Like, this one just says reach. This guy's like scrolls through his abilities. Stack with both, get through some damage. End the turn. That attack doesn't tell him that we have a combat trick. It's just a value attack. He doesn't want to trade off his Pteramander before it becomes a 5/5. Obviously. Okay, so he is going for the adapt. So we can potentially just go for gift or strength block. He can't have anything for 1 mana. And this gets rid of the 5/5. There's some consideration to using this on offense. If he goes like block, then next turn he'll just hold this guy back, and it's better to just kill his 5/5. Because this way we're getting through 6 damage regardless. And that's a great draw. Probably best to just finish off the Mammoth Spider here. There's some consideration to keeping this so we can burn his face, but it's better to just kill his 3/5 with our removal spell if we can. Yikes. So now we'll have full information. That was unfortunate though. He got us with the combat trick. He traded that for our guy, but then we managed to kill his 4/6 with our Skewer the Critics, so it's all good. And now he has to have creature or he's dead. Hopefully he doesn't. Or it's a small creature, so he has to chump block. Ooh. Maybe a Fairy Duelist. Boom! We got the W against Discovery. Okay, so he's playing Simic. He's got an Aeromunculus. He's got some random stuff. He's got a Pteramander. I think we're going to bring in 2 Sagittars Volleys. Because Sagittars Volley is Just a good, efficient card. And we're going to take out our Chillbringer package again. I just don't think it's very good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 17. Perfect. Seems like a pretty good mix here. We have been represented by Tezzeret this round. Agent of Bolas, which makes sense because we are also agents of Bolas. We will keep this, especially on the draw. It's got good potential indeed. Got a couple good 2-drops. Got a Gate Colossus and a Gate. And hopefully we draw Sagittarius Volley. Ooh, we also have a way to find more lands / gates. Definitely off to a good start here. If we can find one of our Sagittarius Volleys, we brought in 2, before he can adapt this, then we are going to be prime and readied. Yay, no quench. That's what we like to see. We will grab the Gateway Plaza. It may seem worse to grab a Gateway Plaza, but keep in mind that it's going to make this card better and this card better. So even though we can't cast a 2-drop, it's still going to be effective. We can also potentially skewer in addition. Hopefully no Fairy Duelist. Yay, no Fairy Duelist. Now, do we skewer or not skewer? That's the question. They'll have better things to skewer. This guy's only a 1/1 for the foreseeable future. Gatebreaker Ram as a 4/4 is a pretty big benefit here. Here we're just going to go for the mana efficient play, I think. Play our 2/2-drops. That also gets our Starform hybrid in around a Quench. And then next turn we can play the Gatebreaker Ram alongside a Skewer maybe, or something of that nature. Also, Gatebreaker plus Titanic Brawl is an option if we draw a land. Overall, I just don't think it's necessarily worth it to risk our Gatebreaker into a counter when our opponent doesn't doesn't have a reason not to have a counter, and also because we have a solid play anyway, and finally because Gatebreaker is hard for Simic to deal with. It's big. Gyre Engineer. Definitely going to want to kill that one. Definitely going to want to kill it. It's just terrifying. 2 extra mana is too much extra mana. Okay, another gate. Perfect. So we're going to be able to get down our Gate Colossus next turn and fight that with whatever big thing he plays with Gyre Engineer if our Skewer is unable to kill it. We're going to go with Skewer first, I think, because Gatebreaker can't play around Quench, but Skewer can. So just like, if my opponent has a Quench, he'll try to quench this, potentially. Like if my opponent had Quench, he would just be able to quench this Gatebreaker Ram, but hopefully he doesn't have Quench. He didn't have Quench earlier for like the Gravelhide, which I think he would have used a Quench on. So he would have had to draw it like this turn. No! Slimebind! Not now. No, you monster. At least still has Vigilance, it can still attack, is a 1-powered creature. That's relevant. Especially because all his guys have 1 toughness. Oh, the double scry to the bottom routine. That's good for me. Or good for him. It's better for me if he scries to the bottom too, but like it's also good for him. Okay, a gerrymander might become a problem. It's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, so soon. I think we're going to attack with everyone but this guy, because this guy's going to be a bigger threat to my opponent at a later time. Then I'll play Spellbreaker plus Titanic Brawl the Tearment. No, then I'll just slam Gate Colossus. Getting my opponent to 8 and then putting a Gate Colossus into play is just really effective. An effective strategy, to say the least. No need to get fancy with the Grill Spellbreaker. Adaptive Biomancy, perhaps? Gift of Strength. Sure. So you can eat one of my guys. I am fine with that. Fine with these trades. Just means that my Gate Colossus can come in uncontested from the flank. And we got the W. Let's roll. Heck yes. The old triple win, the positive EV play. Heck yes. Heck yes. Now we're at 3 wins. We can go all the way to 5 wins. That is crazy stuff. We're going to make that quick change to the deck that I've been making every time. And like that. And just like that, we are to the ideal version, I think. The best build, as they say. But anyway, let's carry on with the W's. Hello and welcome to round 5. We are currently 3-1, battling in this traditional arena draft. And we are using my favorite avatar, a Johnny, or my one I usually like. We will play first. We have a solid opener, nothing too special. Actually, this is actually pretty mediocre. We're going to keep it, but it's not the greatest hand, because we can go this guy into this guy, which is just a really nice Star form into Steeple Creepers just to find curve out. Our opponent's on a mulligan using the Sarkhan Mana Ray. Interesting. Very interesting. Ooh, that's a good draw. Very good draw. We'll play the Gravelhide Goblin because we're happier to trade that off than we are a Sauroform hybrid. Ooh, opponent is also on Teamer. Ooh, they've got the Growth Spiral. Interesting. I'm not a fan of Growth Spiral myself, but when you play it on turn 2, it definitely looks better than any other point you could have it in the game. Savage Smash onto a Steeple Creeper could be a brutal play for the opponent. Ooh, they're playing a Gates version too. It's very, very interesting here. Another Growth Spiral. Yikes. A little bit intimidated, not gonna lie. But we're just gonna keep on chugging, and if they play a creature that can die to a Steeple Creeper with Savage Smash, then we basically just win on the spot, so that's a plus. Oh, yes, but he can tap it down. We shall still use the old Savage Smash plan. When your ramp target is a 3/3, things are going to happen that you aren't going to like all the time. Now he has to play 2 creatures or he dies. Boom! That's what you get for playing Growth Spiral, Mana Ray. That is what you get. That's why Growth Spiral does nothing. Okay, we're going to bring in the 2 Sagittarius Volleys for, actually 1 Sagittarius Volley for an Axebane Beast. Because we saw a flyer. So pretty much Sagittarius Volley, when you know they have a Chillbringer and the game could definitely go long, is a solid play. But heck yes, this is a Johnny representing. We just want to smash you. We will rock you. I don't know the words to this song, but I know that the rhythm goes something like this, I got nothing Blood on your face? Is that how it goes? Something disgrace? I know some of the words. Singing, we will curve out on you. Heck yes, we got all the cards we need. Everything is falling into place. That's my Rafiki laugh, by the way. Ooh, he's opening the gates. He's going deep, but we have 2 Gatebreakers and 2 Colossus, so Gatebreaker Colossus, that is. He's just getting a basic island. Interesting. Ooh, we're going to have our Gatebreaker on turn 3! Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Oh, you and your Sauroform hybrid, mate. Knock yourself out. I'm going to have a 4/4 on turn 3. How's that sound? How do you like them apples? Shoot. Rats. We'll still play the 4/4, because this way if we top deck a gate, we can just attack through this guy for a combat trick, but yikes. Not the greatest option. Huh. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Ah. Sorry about that. I had something I had to do, but no big deal. We will play our land, go to combat, attack for 4, and we will play a Steeple Creeper. Not really happy that this Simic Ascendancy is in play. Simic Ascendancy is busted. But hopefully he misses a land drop. That's all I can hope for. Or he plays a tap land. Oh dear. Oh dear. We'll block like that. And then hopefully, oh, that's a good draw. So now we can attack, and hopefully he'll start giving the Steeple Creeper flying, and then we can Sagittar's Volley it. Because he doesn't have a ton of cards in play. Perfect, perfect. Definitely going to double block there. Yeah, I think this is a really good situation for us, actually. Because I think we can maybe manipulate our opponent into a bad Sagittar's Volley breakdown here. Okay, so if he attacks, we have lethal. 4, 7, 9. He should attack, probably. Definitely not blocking. Oh, never mind. So now we're in chump block mode. He is attacking, which means he has a creature follow-up. Yikes, that is not the creature follow-up I wanted to see. Oh, but he... Okay. So he has enough mana to go 4 mana to give this flying, right here. 3 mana to pump it once. So that means that if we attack with everything here, he'll have to chump. And then he can't give this flying and simultaneously kill us. Yes! He's 1 land short of adapting this right here. Oh, no. Never mind. I did the math wrong. Because he can... Oh, thank goodness. He punted. Yes! He punted it away because he could have adapted this guy, adapted again, and fly. Shoot, I totally messed that up too. Gosh darn it, I caught a lucky break. Mana Ray, my man. Thank goodness. Yeah, I should not have attacked with my Mammoth Spider. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that was a close one though. Whew, barely got there. Hello and welcome to what will be the final round. We are currently sitting at 4-1, going for that 5 win, and to represent us in this final round we have Karn, looking towards the future as well as the past. We will play first. We have a solid opener. Gonna keep it. Opponents on a mulligan. Drop Shadow, using Liliana to represent them in this game. This crucial round 6 situation here. Ooh. We're going to play the tap land here. Getting the Gravelhide Goblin out is not a huge priority, but making sure we can cast our 3 drops is much higher on the list. We will play our Gatebreaker Ram. It is our best card, and he's playing Simic, so it's hard for him to kill it. Okay. Attack. Then play Rubble Slinger. We do want to just get our creatures out. Axebane Beast, no! We'll happily trade Gift of Strength for one of his guys. And getting through extra damage is always a plus as well. Steeple Creeper is actually really nice here. We are not going to block here, because we could just swing back. That's one of the next level. Like, trading a 4-2 for a 3-4 might just seem fine, but when we're in a racing situation, especially because I have this kind of trump card here. Oh, I could have killed him, but I don't think it's worth going for anyway. He could have a bounce spell. He passed with 5 mana up. Probably just going to adapt, but I could have gone for this plus this. I just don't think it's worth it. We'll play our red card here. It's also our most disposable. Yeah, that's fine. Tis fine. There's a land. Okay. So now we can Savage Smash, but that's high risk. We can just play Sorrow Form Hybrid. We can attack with everything. We're just going to play this guy. We just need to get 2 more damage in, and then we can burn his face. So next turn, the Grill Beast Master should just seal the deal. Give that boy haste. And do the job it needs doing. Because we're going to have 5 creatures. So even if he like counters this one. Okay, perfect. So now we guarantee our victory. Getting him to 1 life. Weird blocks. I would think you'd want to kill my... Oh. 7, 13, yeah. We got exactly 1! Yes! Oh, sweet, sweet justice. La, da, da. Opponent punted that too. Dang, we are getting lucky. If his Axebane guy had just blocked that dude instead. Holy smokes. Yikes. Ooh, I get shivers just thinking about that. Yikers! He's got that card in his deck. No! I'm terrified. Shoot! Okay. He's got a very light flyer presence. He's got the 1 Aeromunculus that we saw. So I think we'll just run it. Oh, that was terrifying. Oh my gosh. Yikes! He's got Endra's Forerunners. He's gonna crush us. He's gonna crush us. Okay, this is a great hand. It's great. Oh my gosh, Skewer, my friend. I like how he made like a horrific attack, but it actually like psyched him out or something. I don't know. That was like, we can't die to anything. And then we actually could have died to Endra's Forerunners. I don't play around enough stuff, I guess. We're just going to kill the Aeromunculus. Oh my gosh, all of our cards are lining up perfectly. The master at work here. Aw. Okay, we're going to look for either a gate or a card. Yeah, we don't really want any of those. Okie doke. He is attacking. We are not going to block. Only Emma's in the house. Okay, he's got the Combine Guild Mage. We're going to go land. Only attack with this guy, because that one we can skewer it easily. Ease of skewering. And also deploy a Rebel Slinger. Sorry about sneezing. Rats. Got me, I guess. He got me. No blocks. So he's stuck on lands. We'll trade. Ooh, he doesn't want to. Well, this is good for us. Any land, and we can play Gate Colossus. Almost any land, I mean. And Gate Colossus can punch through any board stall. No attacks. So that'll kill his Mammoth Spider and his Brush Strider probably. Ooh, so he has actually really good blocks for this Gate Colossus. We're still going to send with it though. Wise, okay. So we will do damage like that. And now these guys can start getting in. Oh no, Endraze is coming. Endraze is coming. The thing is, we have a lot of gates left. Oh, he has a Gate Colossus of his own. Nice. Take action, we'll put that on top for sure. No attacks. I'm afraid of the Endraze, and I'm afraid it is coming. He needs one more land, and then he just goes Endraze. Oh, okay. That's scary, but not as scary. Oh, the Rendhorn with double Riot. Nice. I can't help but think I'm about to get Endrazed. Keeping the board small so my Gate Colossus can punch through. Yikes. That's not good for me. No bueno. Oh no. Those were two good counter spells. Yeah, Rhythm of the Wild is doing good work here. While he waits to draw his Endraze. Or a Gate, so he can play his Gate Colossus with haste. Oh dear goodness. How big is he gonna be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, 15, that's reasonable. Yikes. Gulp. This Lizarog is massive. Aha! Nope, never mind, he has a Mammoth Spider. I was so optimistic about winning a game against this 15-15 Lizarog. Why doesn't he attack with it? I mean, it doesn't even matter. Sure, I'll trade slightly up. Like, slightly. I trade an 8-8 and a 3-5 for your 15-15, and I lose the game. And just alpha me already, bud. I'm dead. I guess holding this mountain has kept me alive this far. He's just waiting to draw Endraze. Like, that's what it is. He knows I can't beat it on this board. What? What is happening? Okay, there we go. What is happening? He's not attacking me. What? Why? Why would you not block with your 3/5 reach, creature? Okay. I take 7 from that. Block, block. 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 In this blocks, I take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and I go to exactly 1. What? He concedes! What the heck? How did I win? Oh my gosh, Drop Shadow. You have a lot to learn, my young apprentice. Oh my goodness, Drop Shadow. What a match. He totally could have just killed me, but he did odd things with his Lizrog. Dang. Well, let's open this celebratory. Actually, let's claim our prize. We got 2,100 gems and 6 packs. We shall claim our prize. And then we will open our prize as a way to celebrate. And before I open these packs, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the draft and want to get a bit more of a written up analysis, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you made it all the way to the end by saying hashtag, let's say hashtag Steeple Creeper. Because he was the guy that won us the game in the end. The old Steeple Creeper. So say hashtag Steeple Creeper in the comment section down below to let me know you made it all the way to the end. You are one of the elite few because this was a long video, I know. Also, if you do enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It really does help me out a ton, more than you know, even. So hit the thumbs up button, and if it gets to 50 thumbs up, I will do a written analysis that I'll post as a community post. And then leave any questions in the comment section down below, and I really hope you did enjoy the video. But let's open up these packs, see what we got. I have a lot of the rares already, so we'll get probably a couple clunkers. Ooh, Priest of the Forgotten Gods. That's a good one. That's a good one. Definitely a solid rare. Ooh, a rare wild card. Those are the best. Rare wild cards. And I had filled up the meter too. And Gutter Bones. I love Gutter Bones. That's a great card. Wow, we are rolling in the sick rares. Ooh, Rakdos, my man. Let's go. I'm super hyped. That's a great one. Ooh. Repudiate is a magic card. Who would have known? I didn't even know that was a word. Repudiate. Electro Dominance. A lot of sweet rares. We are getting good ones. Good mythic. This one has a lot of abilities as well. And we are out. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.